Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our Director of Strength Training, Speed and Conditioning, Coach John "Rock" Sauer.
I started my career back at the University of Montana as an undergrad, and I had an opportunity there to work for a gentleman by the name of Mike Van Diest. He's the one that helped me get my foot in the door in this profession, and he's been a big help to me throughout my career. When I first graduated from the University of Montana, I had a couple prospects out west. I wanted to stay out west, and they fell through at the last minute. So at the middle of July, that year after, spring after I graduated, I didn't have a job. And then one night, my phone rang, and on the other end of the phone was a football coach from Delta State University, and he saw a copy of my resume in one of the professional journals that were out there, and he asked me if I was still looking for a job. And he proceeds to sell me on this position he had open, get my master's degree, be the head coach. Sounds like a great opportunity. I said, well, where is Delta State University? And he goes, Cleveland, Mississippi. And I said, huh. He offered me the job, and I took it. 2 weeks later, I'm on a plane to Mississippi. And what you need to understand, at that point in my life, I had never been any farther south than Yellowstone Park. So it was quite a culture shock for me, believe me. I get off the plane, we get to Cleveland, Mississippi. This is the first day I'm there. We're in a restaurant. The waitress comes up, she's talking to me. I'm with another guy I was going to coach with, and I'm looking at her, but I can't understand what she's saying. And she looks at the guy I'm with, and then she comes back to me, and she's talking to me again. And the guy I'm with says to me, he goes, she's asking me, what do you want to order? I said, how did you get that out of what she said? I mean, I had no idea what she said. I mean, that was a start of it. I got down there, and I've worked with some different people now. There were guys there that immediately didn't like me because I was from the north. I look back on it. I come out of there with a master's degree and got some good experience, but all these years later, I look back. I realized that next to my marriage, that was the second most difficult year of my life. I came out of that state with a couple of buddies, guys I still talk to this day, but that other deal, not so much. So, what are you going to do? After I left there, I had an opportunity to go to Dallas, Texas, took a position at Southern Methodist University. That was another eye-opening experience. I was there literally 2 weeks, and I got put on 3 years probation. I was there for about a month, and I realized this is probably one of the shadiest football programs in the country. So I was there for about a year, and to be honest with you, my job got cut because I needed the money to keep paying their players. I moved on. After that, I ended up back out west at the University of Utah. And I was there for just a little over 6 months, and that really wasn't a very good deal. I was working about 60 hours a week for $300 a month, so that was tough to get by on. Next opportunity I had was at Clemson University, and that was a great experience for me. Clemson was a great place. They loved the football down there, and I had an opportunity to work for a great coach, Gary Wade. Learned a lot about strength and conditioning, running the program. Now, while I was at Clemson, in the summer of '88, I came across a job for an opening for a head strength coach at the College of William & Mary. And so I researched it, talked to some people, and at that point in my career, I was kind of with the mindset that I was ready to run my own program. So I applied for it. And one thing led to another, and I came down for an interview, or came up for an interview, and the last person I met with on that interview was John Randolph, the athletic director. And his last question to me was, if you get this job, how long do you think you can stay here? And without thinking, I said 3 years tops. And I walked, that's a true story. I walked out of his office, and I'm thinking, that probably wasn't the answer he was looking for. One night I'm sitting in my house, the phone rings, and it's John. And I'm thinking he's calling me up to tell me they hired somebody else. So we have, 10, 15-minute conversation, and he offers me the job, and I took it. So here we are. We're ready to start year 23. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And as everybody said, William & Mary never had a full-time strength coach before, so believe me, this was a very, very challenging job coming into this deal. I mean, it was more than I had anticipated. And my very first day on the job, I come downstairs, I walk in the weight room, and there must have been 30-something people in that room just working out. And I had a list of all the athletes, all the teams that were in the program, and I just went in there. What's your name? You on a team here? So-and-so, I'm on the swim team. I looked at the list, now you're knocked out. And I was just tossing people out left and right. I come up to one guy, and I said, you on a team here? And he goes, no, not anymore. I said, what's your name? He goes, Michael Clemens. I said, okay, Mike, you're not on a team here anymore? No. So I'm going to have to ask you to leave. He goes, do you know who I am? I said, do you know who I am?